Swang guys, this is SwaggerTurbo and welcome back to part 7 of Scootia Supari My Team Career Mode. If you haven't already watched part 6, the Canadian Grand Prix, I would highly recommend to go check that out because we had some great racing with the AI and all I can say is that continues in this episode as well. I am extremely excited to put this episode out because my god, the racing that we had in Britain against all the AI was crazy. But getting back to the game now, our performance wise, we are the second slowest car now. All our upgrades mostly have just failed, and because of which, we are literally the second worst car, and Aston Martin has overtaken us. It's just weird, it's just sad that we're not able to get all these upgrades on because I really want the upgrades to go on. The chassis is just extremely weak. We have so much potential in the car, but it's just not up there because most of our upgrades just fail. Thankfully though, this time around we get two successful R&D developments on. I am so thankful for that. And we have a durability department dilemma where they basically like, should we support the charity or honor our commitments? So basically we have to decide whether they should go for this charity event or decline and just not go. We obviously chose to go for the charity event because why not? You know what? If they don't work on the durability upgrade, it's really fine because we don't really need durability upgrades right now. Looking at the screen right now, we have a monocoque structure upgrade, which would be a huge bonus for our car, but will only get on after the France Grand Prix. This I took a long time to just decide which one to put on because engine cover also took the same amount of time, but the amount of upgrade, so basically it's a very major upgrade and the performance will be boosted quite a lot by the monocoque structure, so we're gonna put that on and hopefully it doesn't fail. Getting to the Pirelli hot lap, this is something I actually need you guys to tell me if you want to see me doing the whole autocross or should I just skip it and go to the practice session. This time around, I'm gonna skip it and skip the practice session. And as you can see, we have 475 and Liam Lawson has done nothing. I have no idea what's up with Liam, but every single time we go into a quick practice or anything, he does not get a single resource point out, which is extremely weird, but we obviously have to run with it. Can't really help it. Gonna take a new engine for most of the parts at least. Gonna get a new engine component for this qualifying because our engines are pretty worn out. I would have to take a penalty, I don't know when. And it's a wet quali for the British Silverstone Grand Prix. So if we do well in this qualifying, I'm probably gonna not change and take a penalty for the engine. But if we do qualify pretty bad, let's say 16th or below, I will, just tactically speaking, it would be the best option to take a new engine and try to get back positions because it's actually pretty easy to gain a few positions at least at the start of the Silverstone Grand Prix. Right now on the top left of the screen we are 20th, so it looks as if we are going to take an engine penalty. But I'm going to try and avoid it because it's not required, it's not necessary. It's just that it would maybe help me to try and get back maybe a single point. Because right now our only hope is to try and beat Gasly in the rivalry, and we pretty much have 8th on lock because Williams, Alfa Romeo and I think it's the Aston Martin are pretty bad in getting points as of now. We have had every single point. We have literally got every single point for the team. And yeah, it's like Liam has done nothing, even with a decent car at the start, because we did get pretty lucky. I got 10th, he got 12th in one of the races earlier this season. But yeah, talking about our lap, the Maggots and Beckett's weren't the best. We are still making a lot of mistakes in the wets because this is a proper dry setup. It's going to be a dry session for the rain. So I just went for a dry setup. It is not really helping us out right now in the wets, but we are 12th on the top left. Still losing a bit of time, and I think that's going to be a P18. That is just slightly unfortunate. As I was saying, if it's 16 or below, I might as well take engine penalty because we get one extra engine for the rest of the season. and we can try to salvage some points as well in this race with a cheeky overcut because the pit lane is just so long in Silverstone. So I think we have a decent chance of getting back into points. Rather than taking just one penalty, let's just take a brand new engine as well as a gearbox. Because why not? We are starting from the back anyways, so let's do this.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Sergio Perez, and Hamilton. Russell, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, and Valtteri Bottas. Magnussen, Gasly, Guan Yu Zhou, and Tsunoda. Mick Schumacher, Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo. They've taken a grid penalty, and Lance Stroll. Albon, Liam Lawson, Latifi, and Kumar. And now it's time to head down to the track.
The strategy is going to be pretty simple. We're going to start on hards and go on to mediums, making it a one-stopper. I feel like it can be easily done. And our overcut could only work if we start on hards at start because these guys are going to be quick on the mediums and I don't want to try and waste my time just being stuck behind someone on the same compound of tires. And yeah, just try and get some positions here and there. We'll see how it goes. The weird part was, as the formation grid ended, we had a proper, green. It was on purple, but I had to restart the whole session to actually get into the grid slot because it was glitched. So we did that, and rather than doing another formation lap, my brain just thought, why waste my time even more? Let's just move slightly and skip the formation lap. I don't know why I thought about this because literally this was the worst decision of my life ever. We had extremely cold tires, which I could not heat up because we skipped the formation lap, and we had to start the race on ice cold tires. But anyways, it's 5 red lights for the Britain Grand Prix and it's lights out and away we go. We are instantly just swerving left and right because of the extremely cold tires. You can see the temperatures, it's only 70 degrees, but we're gonna try and make some moves over here because we can. We're gonna go around the outside of our teammate, hopefully going down onto the braking, getting extremely close to Vettel, and somehow we are up to 18th as of now. We're gonna try and just stick the car around the outside, just keep away from any incidents that might happen in the first lap, and we have actually already overtaken 3 people, including our teammate. It's a pretty okay start, it's not the best start ever, and these guys are going extremely slow. I have to go wide yet again. Slightly off limits there, but because we were slow, we did not get a penalty, thankfully. We are in front of both the Williams, Albon and Latifi, and I'm trying to keep it that way because if we get overtaken by them, it's gonna be an extremely long and just painful race for us. Ricardo is, getting a pretty decent lead on us, and that's mainly because our tires are still not up to the normal temperature. Albon is going down the inside though. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he has a very bad exit because of it, and we can still maintain P19. P22 to P19 in one lap, and honestly I'm not even sad because these hard tires will come alive in a few laps, and that's when we can start making an attack on, let's say, Ricardo, and basically just making a gap to the Williams behind us. We got extremely close to Vettel at start obviously, but thankfully that dive bomb saved us, and it actually got us some positions. We didn't take any damage right off the get-go, and let's put our head down and try to catch up Ricardo here, who's 8 tenths in front as of now. They are having a proper battle in front, though, Schumacher, and I think that's Guan Yu going side by side to turn 3. And what amazing race this has already been in the first 2 laps. This is just going to get even more exciting, and even more side-by-side action is going to happen throughout this video, so don't miss out. In front, we have Ricardo and Stroll side by side, and Schumacher and Guan Yu going side by side as well. There's amazing battling going on between the AI right now, and we're just trying to stay back conserve the tires, and make sure to get that perfect run on maybe Stroll and even Ricardo at the same time. I have to start making moves obviously, but it's just a second lap. We have 24 laps more, and we have a lot of time to make these overtakes. I don't want to rush it, get some damage, get some penalties mostly, and yeah, just try and keep it on track, not spin out. We have survived the phase that we wanted to, which was the start of the race, and now slowly these hard tires are actually getting slightly better because they felt extremely bad. It was extremely understeery, but now the setup is also coming back to me. The tires are in a decent temperature, so let's try and put on an attack on Stroll and maybe get a few positions from there. We do have DRS, we are right behind Stroll, and this DRS train which is forming up in front of us, and Stroll is just going slightly slow. We go down the inside, Stroll gives us a position over here, absolutely caught napping. Stroll just went extremely slow, left the door completely open. We are going to dump all the DRS to try and catch up to Ricardo here and not lose out on DRS, most important thing right now. And we have actually done it. Coming to the end of starting off lap 4 actually, Ricardo and Vettel going side by side have slight contact as well, going on to the DRS right now. We have an amazing seat just looking at the AI fight each other, and we are in extremely good position right now because we can actually use this to try and overtake both of them in maybe the next straight. Going down the inside of Vettel, same kind of move on Stroll, and Ricardo just leaves the inside open yet again. The AI making the same mistake in the very next lap, and that was basically a ditto move of what we did in lap 3 to Stroll. Ricardo was just going slightly wide. We just step on the gas, take the inside, and make the move stick. I was just talking about how I'll have to, overtake Vettel and Ricardo maybe in the straight by dumping ERS, and we've already done it. But towards the end of the lap, we have Ricardo right behind us. He's on a complete charge to get P15 back from us because he, in that McLaren, is extremely quick on the straight lines, and we have to use a lot of ERS just to stay in front of him. This could mean that there's a chance that we lose DRS from Guan Yu, and that's the last thing I want to do because there's a proper DRS train in front of us, and if we lose DRS, there is no way we stay in front of Ricardo, and he's probably gonna get us and overtake us. Going into Magnussen Beckett's right now, Ricardo is extremely close to us, and going around the outside makes a move, and that becomes the inside of Beckett's. This is amazing racing, and I did not expect AI to go side by side through Beckett's over here. Ricardo is completely on the push right now. We have 27% DRS, but we have to try our best to just stay in front of Ricardo because every single position that we hold here is going to be huge for us because we are on the hards and everyone around us is on the mediums. The hards are working just fine, and Ricardo's mediums are working even better because he's going side by side, and we are going to be side by side through turn 1. We keep it around the outside, give Ricardo enough space, no contact made there, and somehow we are still in front of Ricardo. But Ricardo hits us. He tried to go for a very, very late move, and we have side pod damage. And I think Ricardo is going to have some front wing damage because obviously it's on simulation. And we do not have DRS because of the whole fighting that was going on between me and Ricardo. Guan Yu made sure that he has a 1 second lead over us. That became extremely close between me and Ricardo. Slight bit of contact, which honestly would have been better if he didn't. Maybe I should have just given him more space and just not turned in instantly because I didn't expect him to just dive it down the inside. The AI has been extremely aggressive, and this has just been amazing racing from the AI as well. There was nothing wrong with that move. It's just that, yeah, both of us have a bit of damage now. And things are getting even more crazier now because everyone in front is fighting. Guan Yu has a very weird exit out of Beckett's, going onto the hanger straight now and tries to pinch us onto the grass, but we have a lot of ERS. We're going to use that, use the DRS, try and get close to Alonso, not making a dive down the inside though, using a bit of brains. And yeah, both the horses are going side by side as we speak. Alonso is right behind them like a wise fox he is, and maybe he's going to make a move down the inside over here. We could have had through goes Swagger movement right here, but because Alonso is in front of us, we didn't really have the kind of space to go through. But Guanyu is trying to go down the inside. We again take it a little wide, keep it around the outside, and Alonso is going extremely slow, almost brake checked us. And at the last second, I was just able to move to the right. Here's the onboard from Alonso's perspective. He just lifts us slightly mid-turn. No idea why that and what that was for. But essentially, we are in P13 right now on hards. We could actually make this overcut work. Obviously, we have to have an amazing in-lap so that we actually overtake these guys in front. And cutting to the end of lap 12 now, everything is going off. Bottas as well as Magnussen and Schumacher, even Tsunoda, all four of them are extremely close to each other, having a proper ding-dong battle in front. And all I'm trying to do is just stick with them, stick within 1 second so that we can get DRS. Schumacher going down the inside of Magnussen here, trying to make a move maybe around the outside. Can we get a same kind of move that we did earlier to Ricardo? But Magnussen places his car extremely well, and we're down the inside of Schumacher though. We could get P12 over here, and we do. We are using a lot of ERS, just dumping all of it. And Magnussen is actually trying to go down the inside of Tsunoda, and this is not gonna help any of them. Both of them get slowed down. Bottas actually has a pretty decent gap up front, but we are still technically in the DRS zone, going side by side through Maggots and Beckett, which is amazing. And we are in a side by side sandwich. Tsunoda and Magnussen going side by side. Alonso and Mick Schumacher going side by side as well, right behind us. And we have an amazing run on Magnussen, and we can get P11 over here. Going late on the brakes, almost hit Tsunoda there, so had to brake a bit more. And thankfully, we don't have any damage. And the first set of pit stops are here. We have Bottas going into the pits as well as Magnussen right behind us. Schumacher has caught up to us, and we are right behind Tsunoda. This next phase is going to be extremely important for us because we are trying to go for an overcut of sorts, and we have to put in decent laps. And Leclerc is coming out of the pits right now. He's going to be on cold hard tires, so I'm going to try and make a move on Leclerc. Who would have thought I would be saying that right now? But yeah, we do have DRS off of Tsunoda, so we can try and at least stay in front of Leclerc for a few laps. Of course, he's in a completely different league compared to our car right now, so he will just breeze past us, and I'm not going to defend hard against him. I am going to give him as much space as possible so that we don't lose more time. Because as I said earlier, this is a very crucial part of the whole race. Because if we put in some consistent laps in, we could actually come out in front of the people who we are fighting with, and even Tsunoda. Because obviously Tsunoda hasn't pit yet. We do have a chance of actually, maybe overcutting Tsunoda, as we'll be on the softer medium tires compared to the rest of the field who will be on hards, as we obviously went for a different kind of strategy with these guys. So this is going to get interesting, but Leclerc is making a move on us. I'm not going to use overtake over here. I'm just going to let Leclerc through right now, just so that we don't lose much time to Tsunoda as well, because obviously the whole point of this is trying to stay in front of Tsunoda, and Tsunoda pits. Tsunoda and I think that's Schumacher behind him, both of them have pit. So now all I have to do is try and stay behind Leclerc, keep in the DRS zone, and just stick with him. We are going to dump ERS. I know I am low on battery right now, but I have to make this move stick. We have to stay within 1 second of Leclerc. Somehow, of course, it's going to be extremely hard, but somehow we just have to stay with him and try and get DRS as, for as many laps as possible. As for this lap, we do have DRS, which is going to help us, and as you can see, we are 3.4 seconds in front of Norris, who's actually doing very well in that McLaren, because I don't think that McLaren should be up there, but maybe he hasn't pit, so we don't really know exact, the tire wear and stuff of the others around us. But as of now, we just have to focus on sticking with Leclerc, because the gap to Norris is actually staying at 3.5. So our tires are actually not falling off that badly. We are setting green sectors, as you can see on the top right, and it's actually pretty okay. I was actually thinking that we might be, in a trouble and stuff, but whereas right now it's actually pretty mellow, and we are able to just keep it in that 1 second window and get DRS off of Leclerc, using a lot of ERS, of course, just to stick with him. But I feel like this might just help us overcut a few of the back runners. It is time for us to pit though, so we're getting into the pit. It's a very slow pit stop over here. It's a 60 km/h pit entry and a pit lane, so we are going to lose a lot of positions here. But our main goal is to stay in front of Sonoda, and I think Bottas also was behind us, so we're gonna try and stick it in front of them. Getting into the pit store, let's try and get a purple over here. We get a point 0.3, which is optimal. We'll probably get a 2.2 to 2.5 second pit stop, and we do get a 2.4 second pit stop. No issues this time around, thankfully. The last few times was just horrible, but yeah, we have Bottas right behind now. He is on the pit straight, so this is going to get extremely close. He's on the straight. I think we'll be going side by side over here, and yes, we do. We are side by side with Bottas, and we have cold tires. So Tsunoda actually, by going that one extra lap, he's fallen behind Bottas right now, and Bottas is right behind us, and I think he'll have DRS as well. We're going to spam all of our ERS, trying to stay in front of him. Our tires are still pretty cold, but these tires will come back, so let's not make any stupid mistake. And obviously we are on simulation damage, so our wing could instantly go anytime, but we make the same move that we made earlier on, I think it was Schumacher and someone else. We did the same thing. It's like a cutback, and the AI just are vulnerable in that particular position. But our tires are in the right temperature now, and I feel like we can push and maybe even get lost in. It's only 15 laps out of 26. We have enough amount of laps to try and catch them up. I know for a fact that our tires won't, be dead in the end, and we have yellow flags at the back. We had yellow flags for a brief moment, but it's alright. And here's a replay of what exactly happened. Daniel Ricciardo over here trying to go for a move down the inside towards the hanger straight from Maggots and Beckett and touches the AlphaTauri in front. That is pretty much a GG for his whole race, because he was doing actually pretty decent compared to Norris, not really, but he was catching up quite a bit. But unfortunate for him, that's just gone. But Lawson, our teammate, is into the pits now, and I think he'll also come out. And Bottas also is in pits. 1 second. I thought we were actually fighting Bottas, but never mind. It was actually Schumacher who was right behind us. I just got caught in, the middle of this. But yeah, Bottas also pit, and I think he had damage, and just because of that he pit. But yeah, anyways, this is going to be a fast forwarded lap for you guys to enjoy. This was the fastest lap that I could set. I was actually shocked that I was able to set the fastest lap in this car, to be very honest. But yeah, it's like it was a pretty decent lap. I kept it clean through Maggots and Beckett as well. The lines were pretty okay, and we could carry a lot of speed through Maggots and Beckett. And if you see on the top left, we are catching up to Ocon. Obviously, Perez and the other people, in front of Perez, all the top runners are clear of us. As you can see on the map, it's like they're all close. Norris is slowing everyone down. Leclerc has a very decent lead, but everyone else is just bunched up by Norris the whole time. But now, getting back to our race, lap 21, and we are right behind Ocon. We have caught up, which was the main thing that we have to, try and do. We get another fastest lap. We have been setting fastest lap after fastest lap. We have been trying to keep it as clean as possible, of course. And yeah, we have only 70% battery. That's the only unfortunate part, because we've been dumping a lot of ERS trying to catch up to Ocon and get into his DRS. So now that we are in the DRS, let's try and make a move. Our tires are, I won't say, the best, because we have been putting in some decent laps, to say the least. And yeah, we've been trying to just catch up to Ocon one lap at a time, just keep it consistent, not make any mistakes. And we are right behind Ocon, and he goes slow, and that messes us up completely. Our momentum is completely gone through this old start finish straight, and at least we are still behind, within a second, and we are gaining on Ocon. Those hard tires, are not working well on that Alpine, to say the least. But yeah, coming to Maggots and Beckett now, I just want to take it a little carefully over here and not make any mistakes. That's a very, very decent line, to be very honest, because the kind of lines I normally take on a controller, or, in Maggots and Beckets is just horrendous. But we are getting so much overspeed on Ocon with the help of ERS and DRS. We're gonna go down the inside, but Ocon is gonna stick it around the outside. I have to give him the space because that's an amazing move by the AI. He has kept it around the outside of the end of Hanger Straight, and what a move we have done down the inside. But it's still not over. We're going side by side with Ocon, and what an amazing battle this is turning out to be right now. We are still side by side going through turn one, no contact thankfully, and we both are just giving us each other enough space to not hit each other, but we do get the DRS. We go slightly slow through the DRS detection zone, and we are still side by side going into turn 3. This has been an amazing fight with Ocon. Obviously, Ocon didn't want to give up the position, but with the help of DRS now, I think we'll be in front, and Charles Leclerc is out. Charles Leclerc is out of the session. He was leading this race, and it's a DNF from Charles Leclerc. Oh, that is very unfortunate. It was out of Cop's corner, and I think it is just a mechanical failure or something, and he is out of the session. He was leading this, of course, and just like real life, his luck has run out over here. There we go. He's parked up on the side, so that's probably a engine failure, and yeah, that's just unfortunate. But can we just say how good this whole lap was? We started off with the hanger straight, of course, extreme overspeed, and going into the right hand over here, we were side by side, and we made the move stick, which is amazing, amazing battling with Ocon. That was awesome, and I did not expect an AI to be that aggressive. Cutting to lap 26 now, we have a 1.7 second gap to Ocon. What an amazing race this has been. Carlos Sainz wins the Silverstone Grand Prix, and honestly, well deserved. Ocon and even Norris for that matter, they have done extremely well. Ocon gave us an amazing side-by-side fight for a whole lap, and Norris did really well to be on that podium. He did, hold up, I think both the McLaren, Mercedes, I mean, and yeah, Perez at the end literally caught up to Hamilton and overtook him as well. But we are 7th. That's the main point over here. That's the best finish we have had till now. Driver of the day as well to go with that. And what a race. Honestly, what a race. This has been one of the best races we've had in the season. And yeah, I know it's been a while since I've posted, and that's mostly because of a few issues here and there. But let's just say we're back now, and this has been an amazing, amazing race for that. We will be getting back to almost bi-weekly uploads on the Formula 1 career mode, hopefully. But yeah, hopefully we get back to bi-weekly rather than, once a week and then just not uploading again. But yeah, I'm excited to see where we can actually, end up with these kind of AI, having such amazing battles with them as well. Podium for Norris is also pretty crazy in that McLaren, where while comparing him to Ricardo is not even in the points. So Norris has done amazingly well here. Well done to Carlos Sainz as well. This is going to extremely, change the, I think, whole dynamic of the whole championship, because obviously McLaren might overtake a few with this podium that Norris has. Verstappen might, close the gap to Leclerc, and even I think Sainz could actually get the championship over here. He did get the fastest lap as well. Of course, as usual, the AI, OP AI ERS dump at the end, so they do get it. But yeah, as you can see, Leclerc has lost out quite a lot of points. Verstappen is just 8 points behind, and Sainz is 12 points behind. So this is getting the top 4 are only 12 points, this gap between them of only 12 points, which is crazy. And Ferrari and Red Bull are also extremely close on points, which is 3 points between them. So this is going to be an amazing season. There's going to be some crazy shenanigans going on. We do get 6 points for ourselves and the team. Lawson only able to get 16th, but that's also pretty okay from because he started from 20th as well. So yeah, do let me know what you guys think is going to happen through the season. Who's going to get the WDC and who's going to get WCC as well. Make sure to leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.